The recent Summer House reunion left fans with a neat packaged consensus, but a newly published wide-ranging interview with current cast member Carl Radke is now tearing that neat narrative down. According to Carl, the widely accepted, lovable persona of West Wilson is an illusion. He insists that it is incredibly hard to be yourself on television, and quite literally, no one in the viewing public knows the real West. To see how reality is warped for the cameras, we can look at the viral paparazzi photo of Kyle Cook walking his dogs. He told a photographer, "Carl's a mess," and the internet instantly turned the quote into a massive joke. What the meme hid was the timeline. Just an hour before that photo was taken, Carl was sending Kyle tearful voice notes. He was actively mourning the destruction of their friend group over Amanda and Wes's new romance. A moment of genuine, confusing grief was caught at exactly the wrong time by a passing camera, stripped of its context and repackaged for clicks. Fans have been desperately trying to map out exactly when Amanda and Wes actually got together. Carl dismisses the math entirely. His rule of engagement is simpler. Going after a friend's ex is a hard line you do not cross. The exact dates do not matter. Rather than laying low, the new couple has been spotted making out at Yankees games and pushing to reclaim their social media presence, seemingly ignoring the internal fractures left in their wake. In a highly insulated social circle, trying to manage a PR crisis while actively parading the offending relationship guarantees a harsh reaction. If you play dumb games, you win stupid prizes. This tactic of narrative control extends to the franchise's spin-off series, In the City. Here, cast member Lindsay Hubbard dragged a completely dormant rumor back into the spotlight. The allegation is that during the show's 4th season, Danielle Oliveira gave Carl a handjob in the back of an Uber riding back from Montauk. This is an animated timeline mapping the lifespan of the Uber rumor. Notice how it originates way back in season 4, remains effectively asleep for years, and then violently spikes in relevance as ammunition in season 1 of the new show. The massive gap you see here represents the difference between the actual history and the modern spin. In truth, that Uber ride was a moment of mutual, open flirting that the entire group knew about and discussed freely. There was no secret to expose. By collapsing the timeline into a continuous loop, we see how the television machine actually functions. Resolved, years-old events are kept in a vault, ready to be exhumed and weaponized the moment a cast member needs fresh leverage. Faced with this resurrected storyline, Carl deployed a highly technical defense mechanism to clear the air. He argued it was not an actual handjob. Instead, he clarified that Danielle was rubbing him over his clothing, strictly categorizing it as an OTPHJ, an over-the-pants handjob. This clarification hasn't helped Danielle. She is reportedly deeply frustrated that the missing nuance between the two terms allowed the situation to spiral out of her control in the press. When you try to kill a rumor with extreme semantic precision, you rarely stop the gossip. You simply give the audience a brand new vocabulary word to use while they dissect your private life. The strangest part of the In the City drama is Carl isn't even on the show. He is anchoring a major storyline from a completely different zip code. The network designed the spin-off to focus strictly on married couples and those having children. By definition, Carl's current relationship status excluded him from the production roster. While Carl admits he would have loved to participate, he is completely diplomatic about his exclusion. He accepts the network's parameters, even as his name generates chaos on their broadcast. Sometimes the strongest position you can hold in a reality television ecosystem is total absence. You let the volatile narratives collapse around you while remaining safely off-camera. Ultimately, the cast members don't decide who wins these public relations battles. The viewing audience issues the final verdict. One vocal faction of the fan base is standing fiercely by Carl and Kyle. They argue that loyalty is paramount and are demanding that Amanda and Wes be permanently dismissed from the friend group. But looking at this shifting bar chart representing the fan base, we see a heavy countermovement. Many viewers are massively pushing back, refusing to accept a sympathy edit for Kyle after watching him disrespect Amanda on camera for years. The dust hasn't settled yet. Did Carl successfully expose the reality behind Wes's carefully crafted persona? Or is he just deflecting attention away from his own missteps? And will leaning on the highly technical definition of an over-the-pants handjob actually rewrite the public's memory of that Montauk Uber ride? In the ecosystem of reality television, objective truth holds very little weight. What actually happened behind closed doors doesn't matter. The only reality that survives is the one the audience collectively decides to validate in the comment section.